It is a nuclear weapon, where you're just saying that this judge can't be fair.
Has a decision earlier this year by the Seattle City Attorney overridden voters' choice at the ballot box? And that's a question the ACLU once answered, with them suing Ann Davis's office, claiming her staff has effectively barred one judge from hearing any of their criminal cases.
Fox 13's Lauren Donovan joining us from the newsroom with more on the lawsuit.
The ACLU says the judge now is left with mostly traffic ticket cases, and that's a job typically for magistrate judges, not elected ones. According to the lawsuit, that essentially means Davison's office has ignored the wishes of voters.
For most people, what judges do is kind of a mystery.
And often who's running for an elected judge position is too. Nevertheless, when you color in that bubble, drop your ballot in the box, the expectation is your vote matters. But a new lawsuit from the ACLU alleges the Seattle City Attorney's Office is undermining that, accusing it of a gross misuse of prosecutorial power to bar a judge from presiding over the cases she was elected to adjudicate.
The Seattle voters elected Judge Vaddadi to serve on the bench in Seattle Municipal Court, and we believe that their decision and their election should be upheld. And our concern is that the city attorney is abusing a court rule.
In April of this year, Ann Davison's office accused Judge Pooja Vaddadi of overruling probable cause findings made by fellow judges, not issuing no contact orders in domestic violence cases, and releasing a repeat DUI offender. The city attorney mandated every assistant prosecutory attorney to file an affidavit of prejudice against Judge Vaddadi.
It says that you're not fair, you're not doing your job in the best way.
William Bailey, teaching professor at the University of Washington School of Law, explained the penalty was created back in 1911. For over a century, it's existed to hold judges accountable.
An affidavit of prejudice needs to be exercised very sparingly.
That's because it's a stain on their reputation. And Judge Vaddadi received more than 150 of them.
It is a nuclear weapon, where you're just saying that this judge can't be fair.
William says in his 40-year law career, he's only filed no more than 3 or 4.
This is a strategic maneuver to try to get something through the back door that they couldn't get through the front door.
The city attorney's office is refusing to comment or provide evidence validating their concerns. And William argues, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
If you have a judge that's making rulings that you don't like, essentially what you do is you appeal what they're doing to a higher court.
When we spoke to Judge Vaddadi earlier this year about the allegations, she told us,
I've not seen any of my rulings be reversed by a higher court.
That tells you something right there. That tells you that the city attorney's office doesn't like the judge's rulings, but the higher courts have said that the judge's rulings are fine.
The ACLU wants the court to declare Davison's blanket affidavit policy is an abuse of power and to issue an injunction barring the city attorney's office from using it against Vaddadi or any other municipal court judge. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Donovan.